good, y'all? Welcome to an episode of Buzz Boys. I'm your host Terry. Tonight the Hornets did fall to the Atlanta Hawks, but even though the record says loss, I'm not hanging my head. There's a lot of positive takeaway from this game, and just the fact that it ended up being a competitive game um, means a lot to me, and gives me a lot of hope for the season going forward. With a lot of circumstances that we faced that were just simply against us. Um, you know, Already without Brandon Miller and Mark, we're already out two starters. Um, LaMelo gets in foul trouble. He's not there down the stretch, and it still ends up being 3 4 point game. I gotta commend the team, and to think that we started the first quarter off shooting like 25%. Just the fact that we had a chance to possibly win this game in some form. Um, you know, I gotta commend Charles Lee. Um, and just all of the guys for just fighting hard and never mentally checking out of the game down 15, something similar to the first game we were down 18. I gotta commend our guys for that, man. And I'm excited to be there tomorrow, and I hope that we come out with the same fight versus the Heat. Hopefully we don't get down double digits, but ultimately I'm just proud of the fight that we showed. And that's what Charles Lee has talked about. That's what the owners Rick and Gabe have talked about, just being competitive in every single game. And I can live with that because tonight we had a chance to win down the stretch. um Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the game. I'm gonna try to keep this short and sweet. um Melo foul trouble early, two quick fouls in the first quarter. He actually continued to play and didn't pick up a third, but it came out. And that was kind of a sign of things to come. Um, Miles quickly started the game off taking advantage of open threes. They were going under on screens and just leaving them open, and he was just taking them and making them. And it kind of set the tone for the rest of the game because he just stayed hot, stayed aggressive, and I already knew what to expect from Miles after that 10 point outing. I knew that he was gonna come out and hoop today. It was no doubt in my mind about it. Um, Curry came out cooking, hitting threes. I'm very glad to see that he's getting rotation minutes because he's exactly what we need on this team. I've said that numerous times. Um, and like I said, always good to see a 30 Curry in a Hornets jersey making threes, man. It's just legendary. It's just generational stuff, legacy stuff. So, you know, now I'm always happy every time Curry does something for us. Like it just hits a little harder. Um, Josh Green made his Hornets debut, came off the bench tonight and had an immediate defensive impact. He had got like a deflection in the passing. It wasn't even the passing, like he was like on the ball and literally just his wingspan. He just deflected it, and it ended up to a Trey Man three that he missed. And even though the shot was missed, it was just completely initiated by Josh Green's defense, and I definitely took note of that. And then another thing in that first quarter, Diabate's high energy on the boards. He came in and in 4 or 5 minutes of play, he already had 4 rebounds, whereas Nick had played 6 minutes and had one in that same time span. So it's just like, he came in, he provided energy for the team, and I gotta applaud him for that. His offense is very limited, but just seeing him go out there and affect the game in any way is actually pretty surprising and impressive. So hey, I'll give that to him. And like I said, we did struggle in that first quarter, shooting like 25%, or something along those lines. Second quarter, Melo deep three opens the quarter up, and kind of started getting the ball rolling. He was scoreless in the first quarter. That was his first 3 points of the game. Um, and it was a possession that really stood out to me where we got like 3 offensive rebounds, and it ended up leading to Nick Richards' free throws. But it was just so impressive to just see everybody battling on the boards, and we were just getting the ball, getting the ball, getting the ball, getting the ball, and it was little plays like that that actually ended up getting us back into the game. Just playing with heart, staying on the boards, and I just this was a winnable game. Like, bro, if we wouldn't have played so bad in the first quarter, missed so many open shots, and just stayed out of foul trouble. And really, the thing was, even with LaMelo fouling out, we still could have won this game if the Hawks weren't in the bonus and Trae Young wasn't such a fucking merchant. Fucking foul merchant, bro. But anyway, man, moving on. Um Miles had to lay off the Curry offensive rebound, and that's what I'm talking about, bro. You got Seth Curry getting offensive boards. Josh Green's getting offensive boards. Even Trey Mann is getting offensive boards, getting steals. Grant Williams. Everybody was on the glass, offensively, defensively. It was a pretty good all around rebounding effort, offensively and defensively, which definitely just shows guys motor, guys are bought in. Um, LaMelo hit a deep three, and he just went crazy tonight. Like I've written down LaMelo three plenty of times. Trey Mann hits a three, and then Miles had the fast break lay, and that sparks a 10-2 run, and cuts it 36-43. And I mean, we were down 15, so all of a sudden you're down 7, then you're down 5, and it just start chipping away. Miles come down, hits another three, and stuff is really starting to pick up now. Trey comes down off the pick and roll lay, gave him 7 points. And then Melo comes down with a dunk, his first dunk of the year. He had no dunks last year. So, you could tell the spark is there. The blood was flowing for everybody. Shots are starting to fall. And we went on a hell of a run. And I had tweeted it earlier, and it was like, definitely energy picked up. But honestly, it really was just some of that, and some of shots that weren't falling in the first quarter just simply started to fall here. Um, Now, honestly, when you see shots go in, your team does get reinvigorated, and like you said, kick it into a different gear just a little bit. But ultimately, I think there was nothing wrong with our shot selection in the first quarter. It just the shots just weren't going in. It's just one of those nights. Um, but yeah, Melo had the dunk, and then he comes down and has the three. Um, and Melo's crazy, bro. He has the crazy three again. Like, bro, the 1 foot three, just the shot that he takes is just crazy, bro. Like his shot selection, you can't even complain about it because he can make any shot on the floor. Like he blows your mind every game, bro. Um, then Grant hits the three, cuts it to two, and this is where it's like we got a game, folks. We got a game going into halftime. Definitely feels good. And then going into the third quarter, Melo comes out another 1 footed three, just crazy shots. Um, and there's a play where Richards got the block, led to the LaMelo three, and this is just where you can just tell this team's bought in, bro. Like the defense to offense is what actually gave us a chance to do something in this game. You know, when the Hawks weren't shooting fucking free throws, for the most part, we were getting stops. It just we couldn't defend without fouling to a certain point in that fourth quarter because they were in the bonus. They know it, they're in the bonus. They're gonna keep driving, and then when they're not driving, Trey Young is just a free throw merchant. He's gonna get a foul call at the 3 point line in the mid range. Doesn't matter. He's a merchant. Is what he does. So it was what it was. But Trey Mann came down, had a tough hanging and one, made the free throw. Very impressive. You can tell he's been in the gym, been in the weight room. I love Trey Mann, and it's just like even him. At one point, he was 3 for 11, like 27%. He was having an inefficient game. Like if he was playing a little efficient, Cody Martin only gave us like 3 points. Josh Green only gave us like 5 points. If those guys just had more efficient or better games, we win this game. If Mitchell gives us anything, we win this game. Like it was that close to the point where it's just like if we got better performances from just a few people, we win this game. And that makes me feel good. Fourth quarter, Melo has the block on what's his name? I know his name. Fuck, my mind's going blank. On Johnson though, from the Hawks. Green three ties the game 90-90, and this is where just like it just felt like a repeat of the last game where it's just like we can win this. Um, and it's just like, okay, 93-93, they come down here three. Melo comes down, another game time three, 93-93. Melo his third three, his ninth, 101. But we're just not going away. We're not going away. We're steady tying the game. The momentum is heavily swung in our favor at this point, just because like this game shouldn't even be this close. Even though they're at Atlanta and we were in Charlotte, oh my God, this was a win. Um, but on the road, just letting the leads slip away like this, it's a very winnable game. Then LaMelo picks up his fifth foul. Picks up his fifth foul. He played for a little bit after that, but he checked out. And Cody comes down, hits the clutch three, his only points of the night. Excuse me. Um, Curry has the clutch three, and this is where the clutch plays are here. It's happening. They're starting to pile up, and like I said, we're not going away. And it just is a little bit of a testament to our depth that this team has, was where multiple guys can step up. Um, and you know, Miles goes hard for the dunk attempt, gets fouled, and if he would have made that, that shit would have been on Sports Center, bro. But it was multiple times tonight where Miles just went up so hard as if he was going to dunk, that when he, ultimately had to lay it up or whatever, the fact that he went up so hard made it easy to either switch to the lay or just get fouled. Which just speaks to his aggressiveness that he brought tonight. Like I said, totally different player than we saw in that Rockets game. And that might just be because Brandon's out, or I don't know. I think he just kind of realized like, yo, nothing wrong with being the third fiddle, but at the same time, still gotta step up, and just be aggressive and be yourself. And then Melo fouls out after that, and once Melo fouled out, in my head I'm like, it's over. In my head, I'm like, it's over, but ultimately we still had a chance even with him out. Um, Trey Man gets a steal. He had the little putback after he missed his lay. Um, they push it out. They ended up pushing it out though. They ended up pushing it out to about 10. Grant hits the corner three because of the 7. Uh, and then Trey tries to like nutmeg Miles, ends up losing the ball. Miles gets fouled. Turns to a 4-point game. Trey Man hits a three, cuts down to a 3-point game, and then ultimately we just couldn't overcome it. But there was chances, and this game ended up being close down the stretch to where I'm like, yo, I see enough to be positive. I see enough to be positive. Okay, we lost. So what? We were down 2 starters and we still had a fucking chance on the road. I can live with that for sure. And LaMelo fouled out. There was a lot of things going against us, and we still held our own. And we were down 15. Like, there were so many things that this game could have gotten so ugly, and we held our own and stayed in the game the entire time. So I still got to salute these guys. LaMelo had an insane historical night, damn near. Another 30-point game. Franchise record of 30 points in the first 2 games of the season. Nobody's ever done that. But I mean, the 9 threes, almost a record. Kelly Oubre had 10 last year. But yeah, man, LaMelo, bro, he's ready. He's an all-star form. But he's still making some of the same mistakes that he has been making in the past, and and some of that you gotta just think, does that come from just years of just certain type of coaches? Does that come from just being injured? So you're missing plenty of game time, so you're still kind of relatively young, similar to Mark Williams. Not to the point where it's like he's still a rookie, but it's just he's still a young player. He's missed so many games. I don't know, and the fouls that he ended up like his 5th and 6th foul were the kind of some of the worst fouls. Like, he had the 5th foul where like he's trying to steal the ball from Trey Young, but it's like, bro, you're on the whole other side of the court. It's a bad foul, and then you foul out trying to set a screen, a little hip check screen, so you can flash out for the threes. Like, yo, do you really need to be doing that when you have 5? You can't get open some other way. Like, So, but I know Charles Lee is gonna highlight that and show him on the film, yo, these fouls are unacceptable. That's the one thing I like about Charles Lee, but I can tell he's young, he's cool, he relates to the guys and has them bought in. But at the same time, they're also bought in because he holds them accountable. So I'm sure in the film session, Charles is gonna be highlighting, yo, you can't do this. So, you know, I'm not tripping too bad. I just don't want to see, the same problems that used to be our, former Achilles heels coming back to bite us again. You want to see these young players learn and get better and stop making the same mistakes. So, LaMelo's foul trouble is definitely going to be something to monitor as the year goes on. But, usually he has somebody like Brandon there in the backcourt with him. Um, so it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what the starting lineup ends up being against the Heat. Do we go with Seth Curry again, or do we try to put Josh Green in there to try to, you know, help a little bit on the defensive side of things and kind of try to shield LaMelo for some early fouls? We'll see. We'll see what the adjustments are. But anyway, I'm wrap this up. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. I will be at the Heat game tomorrow, so I might make some vlog content. I'm probably gonna be with my family and stuff, so we might just be yelling and going so crazy that I don't even end up recording. But I think I'm definitely probably gonna get it some vlog content for y'all, even if it's just a few snippets here and there. But anyways, I'll catch y'all, man. Peace.